Do you know what separates the rich from the poor? You might think it's where they were born, their gender, or the color of their skin. But if you think that way, then this video is not for you. Watch it till the end to find out. Welcome to our channel. The biggest factor that differentiates the rich from the poor is spending vs. saving. This mindset is the biggest differentiator between those who live paycheck to paycheck and those who can retire early. So let's look at 10 major differences in spending habits between rich and poor people. No. 1. Impulse buying. Rich people don't buy things impulsively unless it's for a once-in-a-lifetime experience. For example, buying an expensive car because your friend bought one and you want to show off is something poor people do all the time. They spend money without considering whether they really need the item or if it will add value to their lives. Do you think rich people throw their money away? Not at all. They know that every dollar has to be earned, and so they only buy things that they really need, and that will make their lives easier or more enjoyable in the long run. No. 2. Paying full price. Have you ever seen a rich person haggling over the price of something? Probably not. Rich people are accustomed to paying full price for things because they understand that time is money. They would rather spend more money to save time than waste their valuable time arguing over a few dollars with a salesperson. On the other hand, poor people are always looking for a bargain. They will spend hours looking for the best deal on something. But they won't spend any time trying to figure out how to make more money. No. 3. Price versus quality. When shopping, poor people usually look for the cheapest option available. They don't care about the quality of the product or how long it will last. They just want to get something that is as cheap as possible. Rich people, on the other hand, care about the quality of the products they buy. They know that buying a quality product that will last a long time is an investment. They also understand that buying cheap products will only lead to more expenses down the road when they have to replace them. No. For brand names. While some rich people may prefer to buy generic brands, many others don't care about brand names. They know that buying a luxury product doesn't mean it's automatically better than a non-luxury product. However, they also understand that certain brands are associated with higher quality and better service. Therefore, they are willing to pay more for these brands. Poor people, on the other hand, often buy generic brands because they are cheaper. They may also buy brand name items if they are on sale or if it is something that they really need. Number 5. Used or new. Would you buy a used car? What about a new one? Poor people would probably say yes to either option as long as it's cheap. Rich people, on the other hand, would only consider buying a new car. They wouldn't even look at used cars because they know that rich people generally don't buy used anything. They prefer to buy new products because they know that they are getting a better quality product that hasn't been used or abused by someone else. No. 6. Cash or credit. Credit cards are a fact of life in the US, and most people use them on a daily basis. Many poor people use credit cards to buy unnecessary things. They do this because they want to live a lifestyle that they can't afford. Rich people, on the other hand, only use credit cards to their advantage. They know that by using a credit card, they are actually buying the item for 20% more than they would in cash. And they also know that by paying off their credit card bill in full each month, they can avoid paying any interest charges. No. 7. Cash discounts. Have you ever gotten a discount for paying cash? Rich people rarely do because they almost always pay with a credit card. Poor people, on the other hand, are always looking for discounts when paying in cash. They may also try to negotiate a lower price if they are paying in cash. No. 8. Free services. Rich people generally don't take advantage of free services unless they are high quality. They are more likely to pay for a service if they know that it will be done right the first time. Poor people, on the other hand, are more likely to use free services, even if they are of low quality. They may also try to do things themselves if they can't afford to pay for a service. No. 9. Free trials. How many streaming services do you pay for? If you're like most people, you probably have at least one or two that you don't use very often. Rich people don't waste their money on things that they don't need or use regularly. They know that their time is valuable, and they could be spending it doing something more productive. Poor people, on the other hand, are more likely to take advantage of free trials because they don't want to miss out on something that could potentially be useful to them. Number 10. Samples. Have you ever gone to a store to buy something and ended up taking samples of other products home because they were free? Poor people do this all the time because they don't want to waste any opportunity to get something for free. Rich people rarely take free samples home because they know that they are probably just going to throw them away. They would rather spend the money on something that they actually need and will use. If you think the rich are born that way, then you couldn't be more wrong. Becoming wealthy is a choice that requires discipline and sacrifice. We've only covered 10 out of the many differences between rich and poor people. What other differences can you think of? Let us know in the comments below. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, like this video, and share it with your friends and family.